Brings up a question these days: why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett is out there with Payton. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Randall in at the 4 spot. Here's Middleton. Randall with some nice D. Payton surveying the floor. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pass to Barrett. Here's Randall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency, shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
That free throw good from Randall.
Randall really improved in his shooting range from 10 to 16 feet last year, and that just makes him so much more a complete offensive threat in any system he plays in.
Both free throws good from Randall.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another. Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Payton. He had 10 points in the win against Miami. Knocked loose. Bledsoe with it. Guarded now by Morris. It's rebounded by New York. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
That one good for 2.
Well, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
Payton passes to Barrett. Down low, here's Randall.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
And he knocks down the first one.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
The Bucks making a switch here. Ilyasova's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Reverses, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Ilyasova playing with a high motor tonight. Lots of activity. He's good for at least a few second chance points.
Payton the bounce pass. Here's Randall. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The Bucks second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Gibson against Lopez. Shot clock at 6. A floater and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Milwaukee.
The energy Barrett plays with puts defenders on their heels. He's really good at forcing the opposition's hand.
First one falls for him. Halfway through the season, Brent, as a team, are you still discovering new ways to win?
Yeah, I would say if you had a set of encyclopedias, when you get to around January, you should be in the MN section, Kevin. So do people know what encyclopedias are? But
I can picture in my mind. I know exactly what you're saying.
So from that point on in the season, you have a great foundation to build on, and there's a lot of things that you can do that are just slight wrinkles to what it is you already do. And that's the great thing for coaches, is to challenge the players to see how far through that encyclopedia we can go. What letter can we get to in the alphabet by the end of the year?
Back to Middleton. And it's blocked.
No, sir. Randall up there says,
And here's Morris for 3. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Bledsoe finds Lopez. Fires for 3. That shot, no good. And New York the other way now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I did talk to New York's head coach. He mentioned a player who, at times, goes overlooked. Sharpshooting swingman, Chris Middleton. Coach said he can give you a quiet 20 without breaking a sweat. And all he wants them to do, Kevin, is keep close track of Middleton all game long.
All right, thank you, David.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
The Knicks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And that one misses.
Well, the big story from the Knicks last season was the surprise trade that sent Porzingis to Dallas. Shook up the entire roster.
Well, never easy to trade a franchise player, but there was some rumblings that maybe Porzingis was not going to stay there long term, and a surprise deal made last year as Porzingis exited New York for Dallas. So the next opportunity for them was draft and free agency, and to try to get as flexible as they possibly could be for the next few years.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now Barrett, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Barrett kicks to Gibson. And here's Morris for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Morris has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Knicks. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
For 3, Middleton, good on the triple.
How about Middleton saying, you take that, I got some payback for you right here.
Payton against Bledsoe. Morris outside. Lopez with the block. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Payton. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Morris passes to Randall. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lopez.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
The first free throw is good.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. Both free throws good from Randall. Now Bledsoe, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Poked loose and stolen by Payton. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Barrett's got his second basket of the night.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Pass to Middleton. Launches a three. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Bledsoe against Payton. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Fast break. Here we go. Here's Bledsoe, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Elfrid Payton.
And Bledsoe, difficult to handle when he's going up to shoot. He finds his way to get the defense to foul him. Such a good, strong point guard.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
And he makes the first. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before in the legal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Well, it's been an up-and-down start to his career, but we do know that Frank Ntilikina can play defense.
Interesting to see how it is he progresses in terms of his offensive game. Feels like the league is tending to lean more, Kevin. If you had a decision between a defensive player and an offensive player, it's going the offensive player's way. So Ntilikina is going to have to step up, show that he's improved his shooting range, and then get consistent minutes on the floor.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Hill, he's checked in for the Bucks. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Bullock. Robinson with the block. Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Bullock with it. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Here's Portis. They get it back. Robinson. To the paint. Here's DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Here's Ntilikina. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Passes it to Portis. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got 4 rebounds in this game. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
Here's Ntilikina, and the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Knicks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And the first one at the line is good.
Ntilikina, well-traveled, born in Belgium, growing up in France, and joined the NBA as the 2nd youngest player in the league's history as a rookie.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And so he hits both. Bucks trail by 6. Now here's Ilyasova. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And the pass to Hill. Here's Lopez. Clock at 4. There's the 3. Hill, no good.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's Ntilikina, and the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive.
Yes.
And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now here is Hill. No points in the game yet for him. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That's his first foul. Lopez against Robinson from 7, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain.
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
He's off on the first.
And Lopez serves as an unbelievable case study for someone who changed his game over time. I mean, almost in a season. So specifically, how he added the three-point shot, it's made him such a valuable asset to this offense.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. Kicks it to Bullock. Outside Portis. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Knicks lead by 9. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Lopez. The feed to Ilyasova. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Hill. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. 5th best, the Bucks.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Ilyasova finds Hill. Here's DiVincenzo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Hill. And it's sent back by Lopez. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Trailblazers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And checking out the stats for Lopez. His last 10 games, putting up about 10 points a night, over 2.5 blocks and 4 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
First free throw is good.
Kevin Knox got a ton of experience in his rookie year playing for the New York Knicks. The 9th overall pick in 2018 out of Kentucky. Played nearly 30 minutes a game. That's a lot of minutes to try to understand your game at the pro level and then what you need to work on.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Ellington comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Dennis Smith in for Frank Ntilikina. And so he'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 11. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Here's Knox. Korver with the defensive effort.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Stolen by Robinson. And here's Smith. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
the Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D. So it's Adetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Robinson. Wayne Ellington is out there with Smith. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Knox in its small forward. Ellington kicks to Portis. Pass to Knox. From the arc. Lopez grabs the board. Bucks trail by 13. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Buries it from three-point range. Lopez has got 6.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Lopez with the steal. Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. Antetokounmpo's got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Giannis. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside Hill. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Lopez. Just 5 on the clock. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. They get it back with the fadeaway. Excellent D that time from Robinson. New York leading by 8. To the inside. Here's Knox. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Hill.
Well, that kind of activity from Kevin Knox is going to pose some problems for the defense.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. The first one falls, and the Bucks with some changes. Chris Middleton's checked in for Corver. Matthews comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Hill. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. That one misses. And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Free throw, good. Matthews. The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. Both free throws good from Matthews. The Knicks leading by 5. Smith on the wing, guarded by Bledsoe. Smith dishes to Robinson. To the middle, out to Smith. Morris looking over the floor. And the Knicks miss again.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Here's Barrett following the bucket by the Bucks. Now Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Knocked loose. Bledsoe with it. Now Smith defending, and here they go. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Bounce pass from Ellington. Fast break, Milwaukee. Bledsoe's running, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
Can't lose sight of Bledsoe out there in a blur. And he's so good in transition.
Knicks have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
The Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Randall subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Morris outside. Back to Smith. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be his second foul of the game.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Morris outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Barrett. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And if you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Smith finds Morris. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul. Payton, he's checked in for New York. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Good work defensively by Morris. Matthews, no one around him. Offensive rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, I don't know how you deal with the length of Antetokounmpo. I mean, his name is long enough, and then you look at the body.
Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age, and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And both free throws good for Giannis.
Now we can talk about it over and over again, Kevin. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
New York calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And, of course, always keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season. Second, R.J. Barrett.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 6. 4 on the clock. Here's Payton, trying to get open as Gibson. New York, no good that time either. Bucks leading by 3. Matthews left side. Down low. High post try. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Matthews. 14 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Passes it to Gibson. To the wing right side. Barrett. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Payton against Bledsoe. Randall passes to Payton. Clock is at 3. Fader on the way. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Randall's got 9 points. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 19-3 run. Bledsoe with 5 points in the game. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Payton dishes to Gibson. Antetokounmpo against Randall. He kicks it to Bullock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gibson for 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Connaughton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Eric Bledsoe letting that one fly, especially from that spot. He is a good scorer.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Payton. And there's the pass to Bullock. Pass to Ntilikina. Clock at 6. The rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And Middleton getting up there allows him, with that height, to get up and jam it down.
Here's Ntilikina. 6 points for him. Pass to Randall. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bledsoe's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That's foul number 2 for him. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. Hill comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Bullock. 6 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Ilyasova can't hit.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's Bullock. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Passes it to Bullock. Now here's Barrett. The pass to Ntilikina. Shot clock at 5. From deep 3-point range. Unable to get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Antetokounmpo against Randall. A fader. Count the basket. 16 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Pass to Portis. Now here's Barrett. He's guarded by Hill. Bucks leading by 11. 3-on-3. A minute 20 left in the 2nd quarter. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Free throw line jump shot. That one off the back iron and out.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Ntilikina. 6 points for him. Feeds it to Barrett. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. D right on him. Here's DiVincenzo. Offline with his 3. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Barrett. 5 points in the game. Pass to Randall. Here's Ntilikina. Antetokounmpo defending. Now Portis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense. A quick move to the bucket. And you get the lay-in.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And here is Antetokounmpo from deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Bucks on top, leading by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, your guys have been able to limit.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 16 points and 6 rebounds. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, the Greek Freak, he said in his interview that he's low-key. But you saw in the first half, he got that rare inner passion for the game. Kind of like Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan. They just destroy you quietly.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Milwaukee leading by 8. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton the 2 wing. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1 spot.
All right, Bledsoe showing you a little bit of his range.
Pass to Barrett. Bledsoe against Payton. He dishes it to Barrett. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
The wide open look here for Lopez. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
How about Lopez? Accurate now from the outside. And that jumper looking like a classic set shot.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Payton against Bledsoe. They get a hand on it. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. A second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here are the deadliest long-range shooters in the league. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, George Hill. Second, Marcus Morris.
Either of these 2 guys force defenders to come out well past that 3-point line, and that really opens the floor up for their entire offense.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Giannis. Knicks trail by 13. Payton outside. The dish to Barrett. Matthews with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. And he's good on the three ball. Bledsoe's got 6 points in the quarter.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Randall. Five to shoot. To halt the run, and it's sent back by Lopez. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bucks leading by 16. Inside, here's Bledsoe. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. 15 points for Eric Bledsoe.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Randall. He's around 18 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now, here's Barrett. He's covered by Matthews. Matthews with the steal. Lopez outside, but they'll get another chance. And that one's good by Giannis.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Outside Portis. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for the Knicks. The pass to Morris. Shot clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Taj Gibson's checked in for Bobby Portis. Four on the shot clock. And Smith puts up a deep three. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Look at Milwaukee. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, New York. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
Yeah, the body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
New York calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Man, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively. A moment now to check out some of the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Second in scoring, sixth in rebounding, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his third foul of the game. Randall against Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. And here's Morris for 3.
How about the length? Tough for any offensive player to deal with the likes of Middleton with those long arms.
And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's his first foul. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside from past the arc, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks.
Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
Smith for 3. And Lopez pulls it down.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Bledsoe finds Lopez. Shot clock at 6. Off target from 3-point range. And for Middleton, he was drafted in the 2nd round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this that he needed to grow, and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. And from an overlooked 2nd-round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin, I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
For Milwaukee, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. No good on the free throw. A different look for Milwaukee. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Knox, he's checked in for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock comes in for Barrett. And the second free throw, good. Now Smith, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Folks, let's use this break to see who's leading the league in blocks. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Brook Lopez third.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Just 4 to shoot. Hits it from three-point range. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Now, shots like this are going to help Dennis Smith Jr. get himself going, which is a defense's nightmare.
Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And it's Smith penetrating. Over Hill, and again it's New York.
Smith Jr. working on his shot and now working to get going in the mid-range.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. And then for New York, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Ellington comes in for Morris. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Dennis Smith. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
He's had 6 attempts at the line, made 5 of them.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Free throw no good for Giannis. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Connaughton passes to Giannis. Back to Connaughton. They get it again, and there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. New York's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to Ellington. And here is Robinson. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Outside, Robinson passes it to Knox. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Knox has got 6 points. Milwaukee has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Swiped it away. Now here's Bullock. He's covered closely. Tipped away. Shot clock at 5. Now the pass to Robinson. Shoots over Korver. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Right side, Hill. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hill's got his first points of the game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Knox. Here's Ntilikina. Robinson passes to Ellington. Now Bullock. Pass to Ntilikina. From deep three-point range, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. Really been a key contributor over the past month. First in shooting percentage, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Ilyasova finds Antetokounmpo. And here's Korver. Ellington defending. Outside Hill. This one for three. Robinson pulls it in. New York shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Poked away. Bullock passes to Ntilikina. Outside Robinson. Passes to Knox. Kicks it to Bullock. Launches it. Rebounded by the Bucks.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
To the paint. Ellington with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. There's the pass to Bullock. Over Ilyasova. And it's off the back rim. No good. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Mitchell Robinson out there with Portis. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Ntilikina in at the point guard. Ellington inside the three-point line. Doesn't go for him. Now the Bucks take it the other way. To the inside, Wilson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Well, what I like about DJ Wilson, and I think they're still developing this, is activity on the defensive end, just to be a disruptor, using the length and his ability to go vertically quickly. That's where he's going to make contributions right now.
And Brent, for DJ Wilson, he turned a corner in his progression last season.
Yeah, I think being patient and having some self-awareness about where his game is right now. Mike Budenholzer did a great job of keeping it simple for him. Go in and impact the game defensively, and that energy will rub off on the rest of the veteran players.
Pass to Korver, shoots the three, drains the three-pointer.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
An effective defender, Lopez is very good at contesting shots without fouling shooters.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him.
And the Knicks making a change here. Payton's checked in. Six to shoot. Get the floater. Count that one.
Yeah, I think on the scouting report, the challenge was make Payton make those shots. Well, Payton's making those shots.
Here's DiVincenzo. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
For the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And it's Trier in for Ntilikina. Pass to Lopez. Here's DiVincenzo. Korver passes to Lopez. 4 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Trier, that's good. Trier's got his first points of the night. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Brown feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Korver. Unloads. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Whenever Korver pulls up from that area of the court, you can just assume it's going in.
Payton outside. The pass to Portis. From 15 feet away, it's hauled in by Brown. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. To the left side wing. Here's DiVincenzo. Covered by Payton. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his 5th foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Morris is checked in for the Knicks. Dennis Smith comes in for Payton. Here's DiVincenzo. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the 2nd half. Now above 50% for the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
In the corner, it's Morris. Ring shot on the way. The rebound by the Bucks. Brown outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Wilson. Here's DiVincenzo. Covered by Smith. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And it's the Bucks on the break. Brown's got the ball. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Smith outside. Here's Trier. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Trier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Outside Wilson. Clock at 6. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Julius Randle's checked in for New York. And so it's New York with it. Tries again, and it's sent back by Lopez.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Gibson up top. Lopez covering. Here's Trier. There's the steal. Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
How about Kyle Korver there, the veteran presence to draw the foul, wait for the contact while shooting.
Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
And the wide open shot from Morris bangs home the trifecta.
Recognizing spacing on the floor there, Dennis Smith Jr. with a nice job of delivering.
Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Korver. Back to Lopez. His first shot coming late. He squares up and sinks it.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Milwaukee has gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Bucks making a change here. Hill's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Bullock's checked in. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Smith for 3. That shot off. Hill with some nice D.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Lopez outside. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Smith. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. On defense, the Bucks. Inside. Passes it to Bullock. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. Takes the 3. And Kyle Korver hits from deep.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Trier. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. Bucks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. It's back to Hill. The shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. Now the pass to Trier. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. The Bucks shooting well, 50% from the floor. Lopez outside. On the wing, Korver. 6 to shoot. Back to Lopez. The 3 from Hill. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Back to Lopez. Outside Hill. Over Smith. Again missing Hill. New York's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Connects from three-point range. And it's 8 points for Dennis Smith.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's Trier, guarded by Korver. Lopez against Randall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Randall can hold his own down on the inside with that physical frame, Kevin.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Lopez outside. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out in transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time